super excited to start off this podcast and this little series that we have of highlighting individuals and the processes that we have within the United Supreme Council. I have a good friend on here. I call him Chris because that's the relationship we built over this kind of time. But he's been doing some amazing work. And he was part of the inaugural class for the Knight Commander of the Court of Honor. And I would like him to introduce himself formally so you can know where he's from, a little bit about himself here. So, Chris, if you don't mind for the podcast here, if you could be able to introduce yourself here, good sir.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Knight Commander Chris Campbell. I'm from Magic City Consistory number 62, Valley of Gary, Orient of Indiana, where Sovereign Grand Inspector General Eugene Anderson serves as our overseer.
All right, all right. And hey, I try to tell him, I let him know, like I have to be on my best behavior because my wife's family is from Gary, so I don't want any problems when I come back home. So make sure that I am in good graces. All right. So real quick, just jumping right into it, my good friend. So the Knight Commander of the Court of Honor is actually one of the highest individual honors that the United Supreme Council can actually bestow on somebody. So, what does receiving this recognition of exemplary service mean to you personally, and like how does it inspire you for your commitment to double down for what you're doing with the right moving forward?
So to be a part of that class, to be a part of history was a humbling experience. Even when I'm walking around my place and I see that patent with my name on it, I can't believe it. Like, it was just surreal. And the investor team did a beautiful job. It was a beautiful ceremony. It was nothing short of amazing, but it just inspires me to just keep going hard, keep doing the work and to always uphold and adhere to my duties.
Man, and I can truly say this because I've seen you working in your Orient and in other places, right? You're always being active. Now, you mentioned something that kind of brought something up in my mind here is this honor was intended to recognize Masons who have contributed extraordinary basically acts of service here. Can you like share some example of services that you feel contribute to like your nomination or what advice would you give other sublime princes who are engaging in similar type of like community service work? Kind of like walk me through that a little bit.
So I would tell any sublime prince to just keep working, support your consistory, of course, support the Supreme Council. Get out there. If your consistory has a community service project, jump on board. The thing about it is we have to make ourselves seen. We have to be seen doing something constructive and something positive, something that's good for society. So anything that's going on that the Scottish Rite is having, just keep showing up. Showing up is half the battle, but just keep showing up, stay engaged, and just lock in.
I like that. I like lock in. Lock in, twin. I got you. I'm following you, sir. I'm following you. Now, you brought up something. I just thought about something and I think this speaks highly of who you are as a person. I do a lot of things with social media and I see a lot of different pictures, but very rarely do I see a sublime prince who is not only at his consistory or maybe his council of deliberation, but I've actually seen you travel to other Orients as well. So if you don't mind me asking, like, because it just seems as part of your nature, like, why is it so important, or like, why are you spending that time and effort to connect with other councils? Like, kind of talk to us a little bit more about that and why you're so passionate about it. Because I'm telling you, man, I think this year I saw you a whole different places, man. And I was so excited to see it because it's good to see a Sublime Prince moving like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, so upon coming into like masonry in general, I was told like travel, get out, learn some things, see how different jurisdictions or Orients do things and just learn as much as you can. So I've traveled to like the Orient of Illinois, which is a neighboring council. I know I was supposed to visit your council deliberation, and it conflicted with the Grand Lodge activity. But and of course Philadelphia. But it's just I love to travel, and when I meet other freighters and we engage and we converse and we have that dialogue, it inspires me. It's like when I travel, I go out and I get inspired. Excuse me, inspired and it rejuvenates me. And then when I come back to my Orient, I'm back with that fire, that passion,
No, man, that ends. You said something very pivotal right there, and it made me think. Because our Sovereign Grand Commander, Dr. Melvin J. Bazemore, had said that we will enhance the Scottish Rite experience, but he talks so much about how we are good ancient craft or blue craft, or however you want to call it, Masons, right? He doesn't forget or does not misrepresent or not acknowledge the support of the foundation. And you just said something key, like, hey, what did you come here to do? And everybody knows the answer to that. You know what I mean? And then what induced you to become a master mason, right? These are the things that we forget, and like just talking to you got me fired up. Like, hey man, like we got to get it in. So I think for the members and the people watching this here, traveling is something that it'll be an honor, and it seems like it's very motivating. And hopefully, other Sublime Princes and Knight Commanders hear this message. They start to travel outside of their own area to be able to kind of learn and pick up. Because I learned a lot when I came over to your consistories, their banquet, right? I was like, man, I was like, we need to do something like this, right? So like we kind of got some things going. So again, I thank you for that. And one thing that everybody's known when we came back from Philly, right? So we have that distinctive red cap, right, man? You know what I mean? We stick out like a sore thumb, man. Let's just call it like it just pops up, man. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, so I have a question, man. What so far, because it hasn't been a year yet, right? Because you're in the inaugural class. But so far, what's the most impactful or memorable part of the investiture was for you, right? Like not specifically the ceremonies, but like kind of what did you remember or what did you feel or what's something that maybe the people that are coming to Detroit that's getting ready to receive this, they should look forward to.
So I remember, first I remember like just waiting, just sitting in the
Yeah.
preparation, and you like, man, like, you done been through these preparations of different houses. I don't know what to expect, like what's really going on. And yeah, just waiting, and then when I seen the sovereign and his cabinet walk in, and it was just everything was like uniformed, and it was just like, man, it was crazy. I mean, you see these things, but when you actually going through it and you see just the uniformity, and then everybody just they move all on one accord, is it's just like, man, that's what I'm talking about, like that structure. So it was just it was good to see. That was very classy. You know what I'm saying?
Man, hey, trust me, I know it was something. Hey, again, the individuals that are gonna come and receive this, be excited because it's going to be an experience that you've never had it in Scottish Rite Masonry, which is
Oh
awesome.
yeah.
Yeah, and real quick, as we speak about people coming to Detroit in May as a Knight Commander, right? What do you feel I would say the impact that fellow Knights commanders should have, like moving forward in the right? Like, what standards do you hold yourself up to now because you have that red cap, and maybe the other individuals that are either getting the investor or already have it should be thinking that they should maintain?
I would say number one, always maintain your integrity. You know what I'm saying? Always. That's number one. Two, never stop learning. We've had our investor since May, and I'm still researching what this is, what it's about, and the history of it, where it came from, and things of that. So I'm still, digging and just never stop learning. It inspired me to just keep going. Like, okay, I got this. I'm aware with pride, but also when they see that red cap, they know what's up. You know.
That's good, man. Hey, we have to raise the bar, right? We have to be set a standard for expectations of how we are supposed to execute. And real quick, like I said, now again, I'm gonna call you Chris because you're my guy, right? I
Yeah.
appreciate you. I appreciate you for everything that you're doing, not just in the Orient, but as well as for the jurisdiction as a whole, because you do a lot of work on the social media team too as well. So I give you hats off there. And just want to say thank you so much for taking the time out to talk to us as well as the community as a whole. So hopefully those individuals that are getting ready to come to Detroit, they'll be super excited. So again, thank you, my good sir.
Thank you. It's
No
always a
problem.
pleasure.
No problem at all. So I appreciate it so much.